Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this. The Matrix Killer shared this with me earlier today. This comes from Mikkel. I remember I was on a Bitcoin space and they were trying to tell me stablecoins were a scam. These people are so lost. I see the Bitcoin maxis now saying that stablecoins are going to be a passing phase. They don't realize that stablecoins are actually pegged to the US dollar. 90% of institutions taking action on stablecoins. This comes from Blue Hawk Legend. So this report, published May 15th, surveyed 295 executives across traditional banks, financial institutions, fintech companies, and payment gateways. Almost half of the respondents, 49%, said they already use stablecoins in payments, while 23% are conducting pilot tests and another 18% are in the planning stage. Only 10% of institutions surveyed said they were undecided about stablecoin adoption. Stablecoins are the path forward. They're going to open up a lot of doors that crypto cannot open. And this shows you that there's institutional demand already. This shows you the banks are ready. They want to get involved in this space as soon as possible. Any bank lagging behind is going to get left behind. Ripple news, why XRP is winning institutional trust. So they cite the cost of transactions, less than a penny. No mining, no validator rewards. The XRP difference, unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum, where miners and validators demand rewards, XRP doesn't rely on financial incentives to process transactions. It uses a consensus protocol that eliminates the need to pay for security. This model keeps fees low and removes the financial pressure that leads other blockchains to increase transaction costs. That's why XRP will always be the future solution. XRP confirmations happen in seconds. Nobody wants to wait days anymore. XRP transaction fees are burned forever. Each XRP transaction burns 0.0001 XRP, not sent to validators or miners, but permanently destroyed. This has two critical benefits. Prevents spam by introducing a small cost to every transaction. Creates long-term deflationary pressure by gradually reducing XRP's total supply. Now, people said it would take years to burn any substantial amount of XRP. But think about all the micropayments that are going to be happening. Don't just look at the big transactions and the big cross-border payments. Think remittances and micropayments. All of a sudden, we're burning a lot of XRP. Built for scale, XRP handles 1,500 transactions per second, and that's without interledger protocol, which will push that number into the trillions, and that is coming. Why institutions are turning to XRP. From banks to payment providers, institutions are taking notice. Here's why. No need for costly pre-funded accounts and cross-border transfers. Reliable, low-cost transactions, regardless of volume or time of day. Built-in speed, scalability, and cost efficiency from the ground up. No one wants to pay $30 to send $30. XRP solves that. This is why the banks hate XRP. This is why Jamie Dimon wanted to hold Ripple and XRP back. Because XRP is taking all the money away from these big banks. They're eliminating these big banks. It gives you an option outside of the traditional banking system. This comes from Smoke. Why XRP could be the next Bitcoin. ISO 222 may cut the knees off of Bitcoin while benefiting XRP, as it operates alongside central bank digital currencies within centralized payment systems. Bitcoin and Ether often fall outside, while Ripple and XRP often fall within the system. Atomic transactions ensure 100% reliability, as opposed to Swift's failure rate of around 5%. And the consensus algorithm shields XRP from the security vulnerabilities of other digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Ripple could survive as it is a better version of Swift and Bitcoin network, and it could be used by traditional financial organizations for advanced experience. Think about it like this. When ISO goes live, all of a sudden the narrative is going to shift if a lot of value starts pouring in to these ISO cryptocurrencies. The demand for Bitcoin is going to go away. People are going to be looking at these cryptocurrencies going forward because they're solving a real world problem. Who wants to buy something and just hold it and say, well, look at the price and it's scarce? I'd rather hold something and say, look it's now live on this rail. It's live on this rail. And as it's going live on rail after rail, the price continues to go higher. That's what I love about XRP. Ripple and the IMF, XRP Future SDR. When you look at this, you see regulatory and policy engagement, Bank of England, accelerator program, Ripple selected to inform the next generation of RTGS payment infrastructure, Saudi Arabia Monetary Authority, infrastructure, innovation, partnership for financial institutions to leverage Ripple for cross-border payments, Federal Reserve, faster payments. Ripple was selected to serve on the steering committee of this industry strategic initiative. International Monetary Fund. Ripple was selected to serve on the IMF's high-level advisory group on fintech. Now, do you think that happened by accident? I don't think so. Ripple was chosen because they have the best solution for cross-border payments. Then you bring in XRP, and that solution gets even better, even cheaper, and even faster. But this was built by design. This did not happen by chance. Ripple was chosen from day one. Governor of the Banque de France says that a wholesale CBDC pilot could launch early next year. Confirmation that the Bank of France is testing Ripple's private ledger for the digital euro. And you see it. It's coming together perfectly. Like I said, by the end of this year, we're going to have central bank digital currencies live in some countries. It looks like France is ready to go forward early next year. And people still think that XRP is going to have a blow off top and a major crash. I don't think that crash is coming. Not the way people think. I keep seeing people saying it's going to crash by 80 to 90% from wherever it goes in this run. Not when it's being utilized to move central bank digital currencies. Not when it's being utilized to move stablecoins all around the world. Not when it's being utilized to move tokenized assets from point A to point B. Because tokenization, it's going to get the green light with regulations later this year. And once it gets the green light, that's it. Tokenization is just going to explode. It's going to happen so quick. New riddle from The Economist. A summer low could be possible. That will be decided by the Federal Reserve at the next FOMC meeting in June. It will be interesting to see once again if The Economist is right or wrong, 50-50. And you see the cover right here. Crypto has become the ultimate swamp asset. An industry that dreamed of being above politics has become synonymous with self-dealing. What happened is this. The Bitcoin maxis, they're the ones that really took the hit here. Remember how anti-government, anti-bank, anti-US dollar they were? Now, all of a sudden, they want Bitcoin to be accepted at the US government inside that strategic reserve. Here's the problem. Ripple was always aligned with the US government. Ripple was always aligned with the banks as well. Ripple XRP partner Santander shares how crypto will take over payments by 2030. So they just put out a video talking about what banking could look like by 2030. Transactions will be made safer and faster by blockchain technology. In the future, cash is no longer king. Cryptocurrencies may rival cash by the end of the decade. It looks like it's happening even sooner. The adoption rate is skyrocketing. Everything's accelerating now. It's all starting with stablecoins. Next, it will be the crypto push and the AI push. And we are holding the robot money when we're holding these cryptocurrencies. Not just XRP, but XLM, XDC, HBAR, IOTA, Algo, ADA. These are the cryptocurrencies of the future. QNT is another big one. I cannot wait until QNT starts to outperform Bitcoin. Once the breakout happens on QNT, a lot of people are going to miss that boat. And I see that as an easy 6-digit asset. Once the institutions have to hold QNT, the use the quant network, that's it. It's game over for anybody not holding QNT. But XRP is going to have the same type of return on investment because you're buying it right now at $2 and change. Everybody's predicting by the time CBDCs really start to go live, XRP is going to go to 4 digits very fast. If there's a set price by the banks on XRP, all of a sudden you're going to wake up one day and the price is going to be in the high 3 digits, maybe even the mid 4 digits. We really don't know what that price is yet. People speculate that it's in the thousands. Think about that. Some people have claimed to see it on the private ledger. Either way you look at this, no matter what happens from here, eventually the private ledger, when those banks come out of the testing phase, XRP has to be at a high price. It can't be sitting at $2 and change and moving central bank digital currency. It can't be sitting at $2 and change moving tokenized assets of high value. It has to be a high valued cryptocurrency. And by 2030, everything's going to be fully automated. Everybody's going to have a digital wallet. Everybody's going to be paying from their wallet to the merchant's wallet, from their wallet to a friend's wallet, from their wallet to anything that they want to buy. That's where we will be by 2030. And honestly, I think it's going to happen most likely over the next couple of years. Because if institutional adoption is already here, mass adoption is most likely only 36 months away from now. Early mass adoption. You're going to always have the laggards. You're going to have the people that aren't ready to move into the digital age yet. So they're going to try to hold out to the very last minute. But most of the people are already going to transition over. There's going to be incentives for you to transition over as well. A lot of people are going to be in crypto because of the bank offering crypto by then as well. A lot of people are going to miss out on the opportunities that you have right in front of you right now, though. You're too late to Bitcoin. There's no sense in even buying Bitcoin. What are you going to get? A 2x? You put $1,000 in, maybe you get $2,000 in this run. You put the same $1,000 into XRP, and all of a sudden you make $20,000. Think about it like that. Maybe even $50,000. A lot of people are calling for a 50x from where we are right now. All I know is this. I'm expecting a major blow off top in this cycle because we're going to have institutional adoption, regulations, ETFs, everything's going to be going on all at once. And we're only a few weeks away from all of it starting. It could start as soon as today. It might start as soon as next week. But I do know this, it's going to happen in 2025. And until it does happen, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.